Brakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.
Welcome to this Drop the Puck highlight show special from the North 1 Cup featuring the Solway Sharks and the Billingham Stars. All footage is courtesy of Sharks TV with commentary courtesy of Sharks Radio featuring Owen Blackstock and Jonathan Langstaff. Well, this one started on Friday night in the Dumfries Ice Bowl where the Sharks were on home ice. Could they continue the form they've been showing in the league all season, or were Billingham here to upset the party? Let's get right down to the action.
Here in this NIHL North 1 Cup final between the Solway Sharks and the Billingham Stars, brought to you in association with Hockey Hound Hockey Shop. Starting five for the Sharks, it's Peter Gappa, Scott Henderson, Connor Henderson, Stuart Kerr and Kel Beattie. Callum Hepburn, of course, in net. It'll be Sykes, Moss, I can't quite see on the far side, is it Elder? Yeah. Grittans and Helens, and we're off, and the face-off being won by Billingham, who dump it long in behind Hepburn's net. Hepburn helps it on its way, and it's picked up by Kel Beattie. Kel Beattie sends it the length of the ice. Icing is called, yeah, didn't think it took a wee touch. The noise in here is just ramped up as the puck dropped as well. And it's that top line out again. It's Scott Henderson, Connor Henderson and Peter Gappa. It's won by Henderson. The Stars come away with it through Helens. Plays it round the boards. Scott Henderson will get there first, finds Toner. Picked off well by Sykes, and Toner does well to win it back. Finds Gappa. Gappa fires. Goal! The first goal of the night! Only 14 seconds into the power play. It's Peter Gappa. High blocker side over Brown in the net, and Dumfries Ice Bowl has just erupted with the Sharks fans.
Yeah, it's poor from our Stars on the blue line. You have a chance to get it out of the zone. You killed the penalty. He doesn't need anything fancy.
Gappa is a top import, and he made no mistake from close range. We're away again here, and it's Moss that wins the face-off for the Stars. Finds Sykes, who gains the zone. Loses the puck though. Danskin picks it off, but Elder will pick it up, fire it behind the net towards Moss. Moss tries to round Connolly. Helped out by Scott Henderson. They managed to flick it up in the air, but Dowd will get a hold of it. Sharks do well to come away with it through Henderson. Finds Gappa. Gappa through centre ice. Finds Connor Henderson. Gains his own. Back to Gappa. Finds Henderson again. Oh, it's a fantastic poke check by Grittans. Scott Henderson was lining up the shot there from just outside the face-off circle, but it's still Sharks pressure inside the zone. Grittans does well to come out with it and gains the zone. Stops up. Scott Henderson puts in a big hit, but the Stars keep it. It's fired. It's saved by Hepburn. Connolly has it now, settles it down. Bentham has it for the Sharks behind Hepburn's net. Sharks head off for a change, so they'll keep it behind the net. It's Connolly now. Connolly looks through centre ice for Lewis Houston, but it's picked off well by Greenall. Connolly puts a hit in centre ice, but it's well received by Greenall. He bounces back off him. Not what you'd expect for a big lad like Connolly.
I don't think Connolly was expecting that one.
I don't think he was.
But he hit an absolute wall in Ben Greenhow there.
It's in neutral ice just now. Houston's putting Wilkinson under pressure. Cammy Hamill helps him out and gains the puck for the Sharks inside the Billingham defensive zone. Behind the net now through McBean. McBean has it. Hamill's battling hard. He's tied up by Greenall. Still tied up. He's hit into the boards. It's kind of off the puck, but we'll play on. McBean has it now for the Sharks. Helps out his line mate. Finds Finn Page on the point. Banks it off the boards. Hamill not quite get there first. It's cleared. Braden has it now. Neutral ice. Finds the pass to Galloway through the centre. Galloway does well to control it, but Sharks will come forward the other way. Jonathan McBean, 2-on-1. He's tripped, he's hooked, but Robin Elliott doesn't listen to it. Not interested at all. Yeah. So, wobbly puck there from McBean in the face-off. Houston picks it up for the Sharks. Finds Beattie on the point. Beattie finds Bentham. 3 seconds to go. Bentham fires, deflected high and over, and the Stars are back to full strength. Big hit by Dowdall on the boards. And Moss will pick it off for the Stars, and Stars come forward now. They flick it into the zone. Bentham can't get there. Spraggan will get there first. Sends it round the boards behind Hepburn's net towards Moss. Moss is bumped by Houston, and Sharks come forward through Beattie. Beattie rounds Elder as if he wasn't there. Finds Hamill on the far side. Shoots! catcher, save again. Tom Brown looked so confident when he made that stop. Makes it look easy.
Yeah, you can see, like you say, he's getting into the game.
Sharks in for the face-off, and it's won by McBean, but it's picked off by the Stars. Hamill has it now for the Sharks in front. Oh, you can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to find Beattie on the point, but they do well to lift the stick and come forward. Wilkinson has it, finds Galloway, I believe it is. Picked off by McBean. McBean does well, just reads where the pass is going and picks it off, settles it down in behind his own net. Comes forward through centre ice, nice hands, rounds his man. He's got them working backwards, drops it off to Gordon Horn, who fires it towards the net. It's wide, but Murray will pick it up for the Sharks and find McBean. McBean through centre ice, through the face-off circle. Lays it off towards Page, who fires. Again, it's straight into the logo of Brown. He flicks his catcher up and holds it. No problem at all for him. 3:24 to go. And this first period still Solway Sharks 1, Billingham Stars 0.
Yeah, Stars are starting to do a much better job keeping the Sharks to the outside.
Yeah, they certainly are. Sharks probably had more of the puck, but as you say, it's kept to the outside, and it'll be hard to beat a quality netminder like Tom Brown is from that angle. Face-off's won by the Stars, and they come forward now. It's flicked through. Walls will beat Page, I believe it is, to the puck to wave off the ice in. Danskin puts under pressure, does well to clear it. You can see what the Stars are trying there. They've tried to flick it out in front. Danskin read it well. Stars come back now, the Walls in neutral ice. Plays it round the boards towards Emerson. Picked off though. Spraggan has it in his defensive zone, finds Emerson at centre ice. Picked off by Gordon Horn. But again, Helens finds Walls. He touches it in, but Page will get there first for the Sharks. Plays it round the boards towards Danskin, settles it down a wee bit. Finds Boyd. Boyd finds Danskin. Danskin again just rounds his net, sets a play, settles things down a little bit. It comes out from behind his net, past Hepburn. Nice wee pass towards Boyd. Boyd at speed. Boyd rounds his man as if he wasn't there. Rounds the net, wrap around. Oh! It's through the crease behind Tom Brown, but straight across, and Sice comes forward. Finds Moss with his pass. Moss tries to play it round Page, and he does. Hepburn keeps his stick tight to the ice, and it flicks over the bar, still with Moss. Finds Elder. Elder fires. Catcher saved by Callum Hepburn. Wow, get that one on your highlights reel. Moss and Ross Murray are having conversations as well after the play there. Page number 4 for the Sharks in the box, and first sighting of Billingham Stars power play. Sharks penalty kill. Henderson in for the draw, kind of flicks out off of Moss, and Stars have it through. Galloway finds Spraggan on the point. Big shot by Helens, wide. Clears his own gap, it'll have it for the Sharks. Sends it the length of the ice. Brown comes out, takes the power out of it. Scott Henderson putting the pressure on. Brown does well to find his teammate. He'll play up the boards towards Spraggan. Braden, sorry. Galloway has it behind Hepburn's net. Finds Braden again. Braden has it. Finds Helens at the back door. Big save by Hepburn. It's stopped under the feet.
Illegal equipment.
2 minutes illegal equipment. So I don't know what happened there. I'd love to tell you, but we kind of a bit confused ourselves. It's not as if he's changed his stick or anything over, so I don't know, but Billingham have the advantage. They fire it length of the ice. It misses everyone, but the Sharks will pick it up. Kerr will play it. Try to find the length of the ice. It didn't quite. It was picked off well by Spraggan, and Sykes has it, who finds Elder. Fires it round the boards. Sharks will get there first, but he's under pressure from Wilkinson. Kerr has it for the Sharks. Plays it round the boards. Grittans does well to keep it in at the point. Finds Sykes, who finds Wilkinson, still behind Hepburn's net. Still playing behind the net with it now. It's Elder who picks it up under pressure from Kerr. Sykes has it. Wilkinson's in front, looking for the lane. Sharks do well, they block it in front, and Gordon Horn helps it on its way. 30 seconds of the penalty, 38 seconds of this first period to go.
Yeah, Stars just looking for the backdoor play there with Grittans. Didn't quite come off.
Grittans comes forward at speed. Bentham does well to knock it off his stick, and picked up by Houston. Houston battles hard with Wilkinson. Grittans will have to get there first. He's put under pressure by Houston for the Sharks, and Boyd will put pressure on at the far side. Danskin has it now. Dumps it in towards the net. Tom Brown had to catch it and plays it quickly towards Dowdall. Boyd looks for the hit on Grittans. Grittans eases round him. Sharks are back to full strength. We've got 6 seconds to go in the period. Bentham will fire it round the boards, and that should just about do us here. We're about to get underway here for second period action again. It's for the Sharks. It's Scott Henderson in for the draw up against James Moss, and we're away. Stars win it and it's flicked forward through Helens. Hepburn helps it on its way past the post. Toner picks it up for the Sharks and finds Gap on the far side. Can't quite control and Grittans will pick it up. Grittans gains his own, finds Moss on this outside. Moss fires high and it's a goal.
What a goal.
It's a goal by Moss. It's high over catcher side of Callum Hepburn. And that is an even strength game. Jono, you probably couldn't have dreamed of a better start to the period than that one.
Fantastic. Roland's Grittans actually picks up a bit of uncertainty from the defenseman of the Sharks. Managed to pick his pocket, push it along to Moss, who got himself in a great position. Honestly, do you think he's scoring from that position against that netminder? No, clearly caught him cold.
Yeah, obviously.
Hit both posts. Fantastic finish from Moss.
Good finish, yeah. Callum's probably one that he wants back, but at the same time, it's a fantastic finish high over his catcher, and we have a 1-1 game here in Dumfries. Face-off's won by the Stars, and the Stars come forward, try to clear the zone, but Connor Henderson puts pressure. Scott Henderson finds Gappa. Gappa in front, back to Henderson. Whoa, there was a stick left there in front. It's good work. In front, goal! It's Peter Gappa again! Sharks answer back immediately. Struan Toner fires the shot from the point. Peter Gappa gets the tip in front, and Tom Brown has no chance. An immediate answer to the equaliser, and Solway Sharks lead 2-1. And believe it or not, guys, we've only played 30 seconds of this period.
Yeah, the Stars wanted to give that one straight back, but there was nothing Tom Brown can do in that situation.
Yeah. And we'll have a face-off. It'll be McBean in for the Sharks, up against Moss for the Stars. McBean half wins it, but Moss manages to flick it down to his defenceman. He gets it back from him, sends it up the board. Struan manages to touch it down well and just at the point, but can't find a Shark's body. Sykes will look for it up the walls. It's a foot race. Moss against Murray. Moss uses his body well, knocks Murray away from the puck and collects it. Kerr does well in front, puts a skate blade out and controls it, but misses the puck to clear. Stars come forward now. Elder. There's a hit on Elder from Toner. Elder stays down, fired high over the crossbar and clears the zone.
Stars bench not happy with that hit.
Yeah. Big hit as well at the far end. Misconduct penalty on the bench as well. Sharks are going to go on the power play.
Yeah, Elliott's lost it a bit here.
Yeah, he needs to get control of this game. 2-minute misconduct for someone.
He's had a rough couple of minutes, is Elliott.
There's cheat calls coming from the Stars fans. Jono, I think the hit from up here, what was your opinion on it?
It's borderline, I think.
50-50, I think.
I think from our height, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Obviously feeling a bit aggrieved from the earlier one, the missed one there, and then take a misconduct. It could be very easy for...
Yeah, as like I said earlier, I was a bit worried about the mentality slightly.
Gappa has it for the Sharks outside the face-off circle, slows it down, looks for his options, finds Connor Henderson, but it's picked off well, and the Stars will clear it the length of the ice. Hepburn will just stop it up for Kerr. Moss puts Kerr under pressure, makes him make a decision, makes him turn. Finds Connor Henderson skate blade and back to Kerr, not intentional, but Sharks get away with one. Clears the zone, but Stars flick it back in. 30 seconds of the penalty gone already, and Sharks have made zero effort on this one so far. Bentham will come out from behind his own net through centre ice, finds Henderson. Henderson at speed, skates through the middle, does well, rounds Grittans. Good play there by Elder to keep him to the outside, but Gappa has it, finds Henderson, finds... Goal! Scotty Henderson! Gappa finds Connor Henderson behind the net. Scott Henderson in between the face-off circle, fires past Brown, and Jono, as we said, that penalty could cost the Stars, and it absolutely has. Sharks 2 goals from 3 power plays so far tonight. And it's the power line that is Scott Henderson, Connor Henderson, Peter Gappa for the Sharks.
Yeah, the
Stars
just need to settle down and getting themselves wound up.
It's won actually well by Moss, but Gappa picks it up, finds Henderson, who finds Connor Henderson. It's cleared half. Kerr keep it in at the point, finds Gappa on the far side wall in front of the Sharks bench. Gappa slowly finds Connor Henderson behind. Connor Henderson looks for Gappa again. Gappa to Kerr. Kerr fires from the point. It's kind of half spilled by Brown. Bodies in front. The Stars do enough to get it cleared and out the zone. Kerr comes forward now for the Sharks, finds Gappa on the far side and gains his own. Gappa back to Connor Henderson. Connor Henderson finds Gappa again. Bentham at the back door, fires just wide. Bentham has it from his own shot, finds Kerr high on the blue line, finds Gappa. Gappa shoots low, paddle behind by Brown. Gappa has it again for the Sharks, finds Scott Henderson in behind. Scott Henderson looks for Connor Henderson. Tom Brown does well to cover it, and a combination of Moss and Grittan's grab onto Connor Henderson there. 2v1 if ever you've seen it. A wee whistle from Robin Elliott and a leave him alone, and both lines will head off for a rest. And it's won by McBean, but it'll come to the Stars man. He'll clear it the length of the ice. Hepburn leaves his net, just takes his speed off it, settles it down. Controls it, lays it off towards BT. BT will come at speed. We've seen him do this numerous times this season. Cross the red, cross the blue. In behind the net in a matter of seconds. Finds McBean on the far side in front of the Sharks bench to Toner. Cut out actually by BT, who plays it back to McBean, who finds BT again. BT skates through, looks for a shooting lane, finds McBean, settles it down, fires, goal! Johnny McBean! Sharks rewarded on the power play once again. Sharks have struggled on the power play this season, I think it would be fair to say, but tonight that power play is on fire.
Yep, it's another power play goal. Stars have got to find a way to either stay out of the box or start killing these penalties. This cup competition could be over before the third period even started. Would
you be considering maybe a timeout from the Stars to settle things down for 30 seconds, John, or a bit early for that yet?
No, I think it's a little bit earlier than that. I think it's a discipline thing. I think the lads have just got to get a grip of the situation.
And I suppose it's one of them that we'll never know. Sharks win the draw through Scotty Henderson, who finds Danskin. He's tied up on the boards though. 2 Stars in there. Scotty Henderson and Danskin for the Sharks. Comes out through Preston. Preston has it. It's tied up. Gappa does well. Helps his teammates out. And Gappa will come forward at speed. Gappa through the centre of the ice. Rounds 1, rounds 2. Plays Scotty Henderson. Oh, sorry, it was Liam Danskin at the back door. He fires it across the crease. Nobody there. And the Stars come the other end. Stars fired, it's blocked by Page's feet. Hepburn will come out and catch the puck, ends up in the face-off circle, and we'll have a face-off in the Sharks' defensive zone. Very much an end-to-end play there.
Yeah, Billingham have started to find their way again. Kept out the box, they're finally growing into the period. There's only 6 minutes left. I think they need one this period to see what they can do in the third.
Yeah, it's certainly been a close contest so far. Face-off's won by the Sharks. It goes near the net, but Ham will pick it up through centre ice. Houston has it now for the Sharks. Puck went offside. Sharks will have to clear the zone, so Stars will pick it up on a pose. Well controlled by McBean at centre ice to cut off the pass. McBean finds it's Hamill. Hamill at the back door. Oh, Brown does well to cover. Hamill can't quite control the puck. It's played onto his stick. It bounces off. Brown throws the catcher down and covers it over.
Yep.
The player that actually skates after the puck is probably the one that's coming on for the guy that's not left ice yet. But Sharks have the man advantage and win the face-off. Kerr has it at the point, finds Gappa at the face-off circle. Assesses the option, still Gappa finds Connor Henderson. Connor Henderson fires it off the pads of Brown. No bother at all for Brown, but Kerr has it. Kerr just assesses his options again. Patient from the Sharks, finds Bentham. Bentham back to Kerr. Kerr fires to the front, and it's a goal! Connor Henderson! Solway Sharks with another power play goal. It's a 5th of the night. It's a 4th on the power play. And Solway Sharks take a 5-goal lead courtesy of Connor Henderson.
Yeah, huge deflection. When the luck's not with you, the luck's not with you. That's an unbelievable bounce. And
I think that's a fantastic tip in front from Connor, if I'm honest, Jono. That's the 30 seconds up. What do you think's been said over on the bench?
Just to play their game. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Don't worry about what's going on. Play their game. Use the offensive power that they have, and they'll do some damage.
Sykes it wins the face-off. It's fired down through centre ice. BT will pick it up for the Sharks. BT again for the Sharks. Plays it up the side past the bench. Boyd for the Sharks. Boyd lays it off towards Toner, but it's picked off by Elder. Toner and Boyd just not quite communicating. Elder almost blows a tyre on the pass, but it finds its man. But Sharks could have a 3-on-1 here if they want it. Boyd on the far side. Scotty Henderson drops it to Gappa. Back to Henderson. In front, Gappa shoots, and it's a fantastic save again by Brown. Lots of bodies in front of the goal. Sharks have it again. Shot saved by the head of Tom Brown. Jumps up, football style, headers the puck high over the net behind the goal. Moss will be coming in for the face-off. He's just at the blue line just now. Edges in slowly. Helen, Spraggan and Braden. Houston wins it for the Sharks towards his captain Toner, who fires it round the boards. Didn't clear the zone. Boyd picked it off there, but done well. Spraggan keep his stick on the ice. Stars have it in the zone. Braden shoots it, it's blocked in front, hits bodies, are poking away, it's got in, it's squeaked in somehow. Stars have got a goal back, it's a 5-2 game. Honest opinion, I'm not quite sure how it managed to squeak in. It definitely hit bodies in front. It seems to be Moss that's taking the high five. So
it's
it must
just
have been
one of those old fashions, get it on net, crash and bang, and it's just found its way in.
Managed to sneak it by Hepburn, and that makes the score. Solway Sharks 5, Billingham Stars 2.
And another power play goal in the game.
Absolutely, yeah. 1 minute 35 left to play in this second period. 15.2 seconds left to go in this second period.
Yeah, big moment for the Stars. It doesn't matter how you get them in sometimes, just get it in that net, get yourself on the scoreboard, see what you can do in the third period.
That's it, exactly, yeah. A goal here would definitely open this game up.
Even if you go into tomorrow night at 3 goals, you just don't know what could happen.
On
Ideally, you want 2 or less, but
Galloway fires. It's squeaked in, yeah, that's squeaked in through. As we said, it's a 5-3 game. It's squeaked in through Hepburn. Galloway, Moss wins the face-off back to Galloway, who fires, and somehow it's found a way through Hepburn and into the back of the net.
It's going to be one he wants back, I'm afraid.
Yeah, 100%.
I just think 12 seconds left in the period. Was he fully concentrating? Was he prepared to see the period out? Galloway's got the puck on the net. It was bobbling, it was knuckling, but it found a way in the net, and those Billingham fans are going nuts.
Yeah, they are, quite rightly so.
See, I think this period will be the big test for both teams, really. Especially more so on the Stars. Some of them will have been to work this morning.
Yep.
And then the long bus trip. It is getting late on a Friday night.
Yeah, and probably the Stars slightly shorter bench than the Sharks as well. That might play into it.
Even.
Is it even?
Yeah.
Well, just when I looked at the list, it looked a lot shorter. Written down that maybe just writing off the way it was written. I didn't actually count, but the Sharks have it now through. Finds Gappa. Plays it towards Henderson, 2-on-1. Scotty goes himself, it's shot, it's flicked up well by the paddle of Tom Brown and catches it. Bit of a face-off and neutralise McBean for the Sharks, who wins it and finds his captain, Toner, behind him. Beattie now. Beattie loses control of the puck, Robin Elliott gets in his way, all Beattie can do is dump it down the boards. Grittans picks it up for the Stars. Finds Dowdle on the far side. Dowdle finds a stretch pass to Emerson, it's a good pass cross ice. Kel Beattie works hard and does well to pick it off. In against the boards. Coming together, but Sharks retain it through their captain, Struan Toner rounds his net. Stars man loses an edge, and Lewis Young gains the zone for the Sharks. Shoots on net, it's a blocker save by Brown. Couple of big hits coming in now, the Sharks have it on the point. Beattie sends it in low. Lewis Young picks it off, Lewis Young rounds Grittans. He's helped out there in the defensive zone by Emerson, I think it was, who manages to flick the puck away. Struan Toner picks it up for the Sharks, flicks it towards neutral ice. Picked off by Grittans, who finds Sykes, gains the zones. Grittans goal! It's in the back of the net. Hepburn does well to make the first save, but Grittans follows in off the big kick save and puts it high across Hepburn, who's stranded on the ice, and that makes it, Jono, a 1-goal game.
Yeah, that was a huge play from Sykes and Grittans. They have a little 1-2 together, which lines up a one-time shot for Grittans, who gets it in. It's a comfortable save for Hepburn. Because of the position it puts him in to make that save, he's left the roof for the net wide open, and he's kicked it straight back to Grittans, which sometimes is very unlucky as a netminder. You make the good first save.
He's almost moving himself across the goal to make the first save, isn't he? And then it just where it's deflected off to.
Getting quite touchy, I think, on the ice.
Yeah, as a few people are saying in the comments, obviously, about the whole Galloway situation. Would love to give you the answers, but we just don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be an answer that we'll get tomorrow.
Yeah. But the Sharks have it now. It's blocked in front by Grittans. Grittans somehow has Callum Boyd's stick. But the Sharks regain possession. Murray flicks it in. Brown will just... Oh, Brown's swimming a wee bit there. He tried to cover it up, maybe a bit too cool, and he lost control. It bobbled about him. He kind of was out his net.
In 2 minds to cover it or play it. He went to cover it.
But Sharks come forward through Boyd. Boyd rounds Grittans. Grittans does very well, just sliding, gets a stick down and manages to block the attempt. And he'll actually pick up his own pass and flick it towards neutral ice. Bentham down on one knee, blocks the puck going through, plays it back towards Gordon Horn, settles it down a wee bit. Sharks look to go fast through Bentham. Bentham gains his own, drops it off to Boyd. Oh, and here come the Stars. It's Finn Braden. It's a 2-on-2. Braden shoots. Blocker save by Hepburn. It deflects high into the net behind
He
behind
has
the
so
net.
much more time than he thinks he does.
Yeah, he does. He's kind of fired it a wee bit early there. So for the last 2.5 minutes of this game, Sharks will have the man advantage unless they can find the back of the net. Obviously, the Sharks power play has been firing recently. Well, in this game, certainly it has been 4 of the goals on the power play. So Sharks will be looking to maybe bag another one and give that 2-goal cushion to take down the road. And it's won by Scott Henderson, who finds Kerr on the point. Back to Gappa. Boyd, he's got himself in front. Backdoor play. Great save by Brown / base of the post. It was enough for the Stars, and they managed to get it clear only as far as Kerr on the point. It's a bit of a late hit from Sykes on Scott Henderson there, but nothing called. Clears round the balls, and Bentham manages to keep it in. Bentham finds Kerr. Kerr at the back door. Big shot wide. Bentham will manage to keep that in at the point again. Finds Kerr again. Bentham finds Gappa down low. Gappa just assesses his options, put under pressure by Grittans, who finds Boyd. Grittans hits Boyd hard and ties him up. James Moss
not happy with the shot after the whistle. Every right, because Tom Brown wasn't looking, and that hit him nearly on the back of the leg.
I think it's one of them that I think Scott Henderson was wound up as the whistle went, and I'd always defend my own player, but I don't think there was much he could have done to pull it out. But Boyd's getting the penalty here for this one.
Yeah, hook to a point. He was like holding him back with a hook.
Right, holding. 2 minutes for holding.
But yeah, he was holding him back with his stick.
Scott Henderson wins the draw and finds Bentham for the Sharks. Plays it back to Kerr on the point, but it's blocked off by Braden. Braden 1-on-1 with Callum Hepburn. Finn Braden does well, and it's a goal! It's a tie game here in Dumfries with 1 minute 20 left to play in this third period. Fantastic 1-on-1 attempt. The fans behind the goal for Billingham are absolutely buzzing with that one, and so they should be. Give Callum Hepburn the eyes and sends it through the 5-hole, and we have 5 goals each.
Fantastic.
With 1 minute 20 left to play.
Play from the 17-year-old. He gets on the curve very quick on the blue line. And it was once he got that nudge past him, he's away at the race. That's it. And you know what? He does very well with Hepburn. He gets him moving side to side. He's a big guy, and he slides it under those legs.
Stars that win the face-off. Play it up the wall. It's Moss that has it. Grittans is playing as a forward almost now. But it's Moss that'll gain the zone himself. He turns back. McBean can't quite pinch it off him. It's Braden again. He's wind up a shot. It's a shot into Hepburn's logo. Hepburn covers it just.
That's a huge
save. That's a big save there with 1 minute, 1 second left on the clock.
That's turned into a huge save in the context of the game. 5-1 down. Billingham Stars have battled the scrap.
They have, absolutely.
They've got ugly when they've had to get ugly. And then they've even scored the pretty goals at the end to get back into the game.
Found a way to get back into it, absolutely. And we just hope that obviously the issue with Galloway doesn't, kind of bite them in the bum almost.
No, yes, because this is getting set up for an absolute barn burner tomorrow.
Scott Henderson does well to dispossess Grittans. Scott Henderson goes past Spraggan, but he's too forced wide by him. He's knocked onto his knees, and the Stars will come forward now through Sykes. Big hit by Toner, but it's the Stars. They've got a 2-on-1 here. Sharks get a man back. It's fired. Hepburn saves it. Saves it at the second attempt.
Yeah, it's kind of been a. What's it like here? Is it an expectant fan base?
I don't think it's an expectant fan base, but I think it can be a bit flat at times. Moss. Oh, there was a hook there. That's been completely missed, and Sharks will come forward through Scott Henderson. Kel Beattie was the clearest hook you'll ever see. Kind of escape with one there, but Scott Henderson has it for the Sharks and behind the net. Finds Beattie on the point, who finds Toner. Toner wants a blast here. He fires. Big blocker save. And the Stars could come forward. They've got a chance if they can get it to Spraggan. Straight Toner does well, just ties it up.
Loads of experience.
And that's going to do us for the game tonight. It's after 3 periods of hockey and at the halfway point of this cup contest. It is Solway Sharks 5, Billingham Stars 5, and it's poised on a knife edge, Jono.
Oh. Where do we go from here? What a night tomorrow night's going to be.
24 hours later in the Billingham Ice Forum after the All Square affair, the teams faced off once more. This time it was for all the chips. Commentary again is brought to you by Jonathan Langstaff and Owen Blackstock.
It's time to drop the puck on this second leg cup final action. As we've said earlier, the winner of this 60 minutes or more takes home the cup. And we are off. The Solway Sharks win the face-off and dump it in through Stuart Kerr. Sends it round the boards. Elder will try and fish it clear. It deflects off a Gappa and Helens picks it up. Grittans looks for the pass through ice. It's deflected and Struentoner will get there first, and the icing will be called. Will come all the way down. We've played 15 seconds and there will be a face-off to the left-hand side of Tom Brown's net. Of course, it will be James Moss and for Billingham Stars and Scott Henderson for the Sharks. And it's won by Henderson, who flicks it forward, but it's Stars that will come forward through neutral ice to send the pass long. Erdl will get there first, so the ice will be waved off, but it's behind the net. He's put under pressure by Kerr, who does well to dispossess him. And sends it round the boards. It's picked up by Toner. Cool, collected captain Toner. Looks for Scott Henderson, can't collect, but it's sent round corner. Henderson will gain the zone. Takes the puck round the back of Tom Brown, flash it across the zone. Nobody there to tip it in for the Sharks, but the Sharks still have it. Scott Henderson throws it in front, misses Gappa. Bentham it is, does well to lift the Stars man stick, can't control it, and the Sharks will come forward now. Scott Henderson, not the best control, but dumps it in. And Sharks gain the zone. It's picked up by Finn Braid, and of course scored the equalising goal last night. And the Stars will come forward at speed. It's picked off well and centre ice by Callum Boyd. Rounds his man, misses the hit from Galloway. Boyd still has the puck. McBean for the Sharks finds Lewis Young. There's a big hit into the boards by Galloway. It's nothing called on the play. Young has it for the Sharks in front of the Billingham Stars bench. Manages to find McBean. McBean looks for Boyd at the back door. Boyd can't quite connect. And the Stars maybe get away with one there. And they come forward now through Galloway. Galloway gains the zone, fires the puck on net, round past the post, nowhere near from where we are looking, and the Stars will just dump it round the back of Hepburn's net. Be picked up by Braden, who can only find a Sharks jersey. Sharks have it now in their own defensive zone through Kel Beattie. Kel Beattie rounds his net, stops up, rounds his net, loses an edge, but still has control of the puck. The Stars went for a change. Bentham now for the Sharks. Bentham finds the pass towards Kieran Hare. Kieran Hare at speed, gains the zone. Fires it on net, it's blocked in front by Monroe. McBean with a shot from an angle, it's from behind the net, and it hits off a Brown, and it's cleared by the Stars. The Sharks have it in their defensive zone. Send it round the boards. It's Ross Murray will pick it up for the Sharks. Skates round the back of Callum Hepburn's net. Finds Kieran Hare, who's hit into the boards by Monroe. It's tied up, Ross Murray and Emerson as well, tied up with the puck. The Sharks have it, dumped round by Kieran Hare, sorry. And Finn Page will collect it in behind his own net for the Sharks. He's bumped into the boards, and the Stars will come away with it here, I think. Sharks do well to recover the puck and gain possession in the defensive zone. Flick it high into neutral ice. It's controlled by Sykes with his hand. Drops it onto his stick. Sharks will dump it into the zone and they head to the bench for a change. They'll need to be quick. Grittans is coming at speed through neutral ice. Up the far side wall. He rounds his man. Sharks do enough to force him wide, but he still has it behind Hepburn's net. Dumps it round the boards. Finn Page will put them under pressure. It's tied up in feet and it comes forward. Gappa will come forward now. Gappa finds Connor Henderson. Connor Henderson rounds Grittans. Grittans with a hip check, but Gappa still has it. Nice bit of defence here between Grittans and Helens.
Good old-fashioned hip check coming out
Yeah,
from
it
Grittans.
was. Just bumped Connor Henderson over his hip and down to the ice.
Both teams got the first three lines out there very quickly.
Yeah,
at the
they
start
did.
of the game.
The Stars will come forward now. They can't gain the zone. They would have been offside, but they'll trap back and it'll be dumped high. Callum Hepburn has to deal with it. James Moss opens the scoring. It's 1-0 Billingham Stars here at the Forum. It was dumped forward on net by Sykes. Hepburn juggled it a bit and Sykes reaped the rewards of that first mistake there from Hepburn, and it is 1-0 to the Billingham Stars.
It's just a very high flip in from the blue line by Chris Sykes. Callum Hepburn's going to want that one back. I know the puck was bobbling, it bounced. It just seems to have bounced out of his glove.
Yeah.
Mossie's rushed to the net to put the unlikely rebound away, and we're up and running in this game. The Sharks were changing on the fly and they could have had a chance to create some pressure. Yeah,
but we'll have a face-off. Right-hand side this time. Scott Henderson is won well by Moss of the Stars, and Dowdle will send it round the boards, kept in at the point by Kerr, who finds Gappa, but he's picked off by a combination of Dowdle and Moss. Scott Henderson in front, fires, blocked in front. Good work there by Grittan, sliding across the ice to block it. And the Stars have it through Mikey Elder, who looks for Sykes up the wall and finds him. Moss has it, gains his own, drops it back to Sykes. Nice bit of play here. Fired, and I think it's saved by Hepburn, hard to tell. And Sharks will come away here. Sharks on a 1-0. Connor Henderson has it. Connor stops up. flashes it across the back, and Scott Henderson can't quite get his stick on the net. Moss comes away the other way. Picked off well by Gappa and neutralised. Gappa gains his own for the Sharks. Fires, stopped by Brown. Gappa still has it. No call on the play. Gappa's on the ice, wants something, no call on it. Toner finds it backhanded back towards Henderson. It's picked off by Connor Henderson to Scott Henderson in front. It's deflected. His ball is high. Across the line. It's a goal. No, it's waved off by Dave Emerson. He's looking at the goal judge. It definitely crossed the line, Jono.
I don't think it did.
I think it did. The goal's been given. It's a tie game. Solway Sharks 1, Billingham Stars 1. And from my angle, the puck crossed the line, the light came on, and we have a tie game.
I'd have to say that one back. I'm standing with it. I don't think that went across the line.
I think it took about 3 attempts of Tom Brown trying to flap his catcher over it, and it finally did cross the line. And it is all square with 13 minutes, 19 seconds to play in this first period. Whether it's the bars or the foil roof here at the Forum, but he's done that, and it'll be a face-off in the zone won by the Sharks. Toner on the point, fires deflected over the crossbar. Gordon Horn finds it back to Toner in front. Toner shoots, saved well by Brown. Second attempt to cover it over, but a good save. Struan Toner would fancy his chances from as close in as he was there. Power play for the Stars. Power plays were key in last night's game, and let's see how this first one goes. The face-off's won by the Stars. Stars still have it in the Sharks' defensive zone through Moss. It's behind the net now. Finn Braden sends it back towards Moss, still behind the net. Picked off well by Bentham, who'll send it the length of the ice. The Sharks will head for a change. Stars on the fly. Tom Brown came out his net to play it and had a massive opportunity for a stretch pass, but didn't fancy it. The Stars will come forward. Spraggan finds Braden, gains the zone. Picked off a combination of Gappa and Bentham, putting him under pressure. Galloway now skates round the back of the net, finds Helens. Helens fires wide, and it'll clear the zone. Scott Henderson puts it under pressure. Gappa picks it up for the Sharks, short-handed. Gappa gains his own, fires. Big pad save. Scott Henderson for the Sharks, shoots wide. Gappa has it in front, puts it across. Henderson wide again. Sharks on the penalty kill, but putting the pressure on the Stars net there. 4 or 5 shots coming in a quick succession, but all of them saved well by Brown or just wide of the post. The Stars will settle it down through Grittans and build a play through centre ice. Sharks do well there through Danskin just to flick the puck away from the Stars man. Can't control. Makes them retreat into their own defensive zone. Finds Dowdall. Dowdall will be put under pressure. Does well to get there first. But Danskin as fires it on net. Tom Brown has to paddle it away. 30 seconds left on Callum Boyd's penalty. They look for the pass through the middle. It's deflected in by Sykes, so the icing will be waved off, but the Sharks will pick it up, sends it round the boards, does well to keep it in. The Sharks, Kieran here has it, gains his own, has Gordon Horn. Fantastic defensive play from Greatans, and the Stars come the other way through Sykes. Back to Greatans, they've gained the zone, they're in behind the net. Hepburn will cover that one up. Wow. The Stars win the face-off, clear it the length of the ice, and Hepburn will play it, just lays it off to Bentham, who finds Kerr in behind his own net. Kerr looks up the boards. Connor Henderson now has it. Scott Henderson gains his own, fires. Helens' feet, tied up in Helens' feet still. He done well there. Helens just kept his skates on the ice, didn't let Scott Henderson get it. It's Connor Henderson now behind the Stars net, skates out into the zone, finds Bentham at the point, skates across the blue line, finds Henderson, fires. Tom Brown stops it, deflects it, and Stars clear at the second attempt. The length of the ice, Hepburn leaves his crease, will control the puck and lead it off to Bentham for the Sharks to come again. Already 40 seconds of this penalty killed for the Stars, and the Sharks will come forward through Bentham, through centre ice, gains the zone. Bentham rounds his man. He's defended against well by Spraggan it is. Henderson, Connor Henderson has it for the Sharks behind the net, finds Scott Henderson in front. Combination of Spraggan's feet and stick manages to block the pass and the shot. Gappa has it for the Sharks. Bentham's looking at the back door, fired, big kick saved by Brown, and it goes wide. Sharks will battle to keep it in through Scott Henderson, who finds Connor Henderson behind the net again. Connor Henderson assesses his options. Scotty finds Bentham. Bentham fires, deflected high and over. Where's the puck went? It came off the plexi. and it's wide. Gappa has it for the Sharks. 30 seconds left in the man advantage. Gappa has it in the face-off circle in front of the Stars bench. Finds Kerr on the point. He'll find Bentham in the face-off circle at the other side now. Bentham has it, finds Kerr on the blue line. Kerr will fire through bodies high over the crossbar. And Bentham picks it up for the Sharks. Finds Connor Henderson in below, back to Bentham. Still in deep. Finds Scott Henderson on the point. He'll find Kerr. Kerr will fire through the bodies again. No, finds Gappa at the back door. Gappa fires. Pads are down on the ice by Brown and it's saved, but Gappa has it back now. 2 seconds. Stars return to 5-on-5. It's bashed in front. The puck is loose, but Brown manages to get his eyes on it, cover it over.
Absolutely. I believe that, you know what, I think it's a huge penalty kill for the William Stars after what happened yesterday.
After last night, the pressure was dominant from the Sharks. They kept pushing and pushing and pushing, but just couldn't find a way through.
One big difference there is Andy Munro. I think he kept everyone control, he kept everyone calm, and that could be the big difference on last night. Yeah, I think Billingham needs to be a little bit cleverer than that. I think we can't be giving offensive face-offs away. We know how strong Solway can be in the face-off circle.
The face-off's won by the Stars and they clear it round the boards, but that could go for another ice and it's called off. Kel Beattie not too impressed, the hands up in the air as if to say why, but it's the Stars that have it through Sykes. It's fired on net. It's a blocker saved by Hepburn. And a second shot, big pad saved by Hepburn, deflects it wide. The Sharks try to clear, but they can't get rid of it, and it's in front now. It's in under feet. Sharks do well to get it out the zone. A combination of Struan Toner and Callum Hepburn get it cleared, and the Sharks will come forward now through Jonathan McBean. Can't quite control his pass forward, and it's in neutral ice. Moss battling for it with Struan Toner. Kel Beattie comes across to help him out, and Lewis Young will clear the zone. Icing is waved off.
I don't mind that. It was very early.
Yeah,
it was very early.
Yep. Icing waved off there, and the Stars will come forward now. Good forecheck from the front by Callum Boyd. Blocks the pass, but the Stars keep a hold of it in their defensive zone. Callum Boyd, big hit by Callum Boyd in the open ice. And the Sharks have possession in their own defensive zone. Kel Beattie put under pressure by James Moss. Jonathan McBean will come in there and help him out, but it'll be Moss that'll pin it up against the boards, playing a wee bit of football, pinning the puck with his skate blade, and it's the Stars that come away with it. Finds a man on the point. Grittans flicks it round, but it'll be the Sharks that have it, and the Sharks look for the long stretch pass through neutral ice. It's picked off, but the Sharks are going forward now. Callum Boyd loses his stick. He's tied up with Grittans. There's no call coming on the play, and the Stars will send it the length of the ice for icing, and we'll have another offensive zone face-off. So we'll have a face-off. Gordon Horn in for the Sharks, and it's won by the Stars. Played up this near side wall. Finn Page put under pressure by Galloway, and Galloway has it for the Stars. Danskin does well to tip the puck away, and a second attempt gets rid of it. Gordon Horn up against the boards, finds Danskin behind the net, and Danskin settles it down for the Sharks. Looks for Kieran Hare, but it's blocked off well by Finn Braden. Page and Galloway come together. Page's a big lad, quite a bump there. Braden misses his hit on Gordon Horn, and the Sharks will come forward with it. Can't quite clear the zone, the Sharks. It's getting a wee bit scrappy in at the walls. But fired and tipped in front by Braden wide. Danskin for the Sharks gains possession of the puck behind his own net. Fires it round the boards. Ross Murray will try and clear the zone. Does just about enough and gets it out into neutral ice, but the Stars have it in neutral zone. Look for tipped in by Emerson through the middle. Page will get there first, wins the foot race, plays it round the boards, avoids the hit, and Danskin has it for the Sharks. Finds Ross Murray on the near side. Ross Murray looks for a big stretch pass across the ice. Finn Page gets his bobble in and on the blue line.
Has to be a slash.
Yeah, I think the Sharks are lucky to get away with one, but it falls to Emerson, who gets a shot away on Callum Hepburn. Callum Hepburn does well to hold, and yeah, I think you're right, Jono. There was a bit of a slash after the play there. Finn Page not too happy at being bumped around.
The amount of times every week we see the retaliation get called.
Yeah.
Like I say, we know Dave Emerson, he likes to keep that whistle away.
I think it's one of them that as long as it's fair on both sides, you can't really complain.
Absolutely.
So Struan Toner has it for the Sharks and plays it round the back of Callum Hepburn's net. Finds Kel Beattie, who looks for the stretch pass. Boyd does well, takes the power off the pass, finds McBean. McBean's battling hard for it, a couple of bodies in there. Struan Toner will pick it up in front of his own bench. Goes round the Stars man. Still has it, Toner. He's hit hard into the boards, but cleanly, and the Stars will come away with it through neutral ice. Boyd Callum Boyd puts in a good hit on the walls, and the Sharks will come forward now. Toner finds Boyd. Boyd gains his own. He's out wide. Rounds in, plays it in front. And it's a goal! Jonathan McBean scores for the Solway Sharks. Gives the Solway Sharks a 2-1 lead here on the night. And of course a 7-6 lead over the 2 legs. Shark. And we will now have a face-off to the right-hand side of Tom Brown's goal. Scott Henderson for the Sharks wins it. Fired on net, squeaks out by Tom Brown, but it squeaks out into the good side of the line for the netminder. Obviously not in the back of the net, and the Stars come forward through Galloway. Galloway finds Braden in front, who plays it back towards Galloway, deflected high into the ice. Sharks have it. Galloway skates in, great hands at Hepburn. Galloway leaves a hand in high there on Hepburn. Gappa in close, protecting his netminder. Callum Hepburn making sure that puck was covered over. Right. With other guys as well. A lot of jerseys only just arrived in the last few weeks for the Sharks. And it's Cammy Hamill, that man we just mentioned, wearing number 7 on the puck just now. The puck centre length of the ice. Is a great control by Sykes and good work by Richard Bentham just to cover across. It was like almost like a football touch control to gain the zone, but it's the Sharks that come forward now. Gordon Horn looks for Cammy Hamill. Bentham will gain the zone, fires hard from the blue straight into the logo of Tom Brown, who catches, covers, and we will have another face-off. It's relentless here at the Forum, but it's the Sharks with the lead and the face-off win. But the Stars will have it now through Helens, plays it up the board. Page does well to keep it in and finds his teammate in Gordon Horn, but all he can do is send it down the length of his own ice. It's Danskin there, picks it up for the Sharks, stops up behind Hepburn's net, assesses his options, skates out over the red line, comes hard through centre ice, dumps it in as he crosses the blue. Finn Page well chased from his defensive zone, but Spraggan will get there first and send it round the boards. Lewis Young putting the pressure on, collects the puck for the Sharks. But it's the Stars that'll come away with it now. Boyd puts a hit in on his man in open ice. They bump into each other and the Sharks will pick it up through Page, who finds Danskin. Danskin on the near side as we looks up the boards, but it's picked off well by Galloway. Boyd does a great job keeping his feet down, blocks the through pass. He's bumped by Galloway. Galloway does a great job to keep it in the zone. It's the Stars that have it through Braden. Braden plays it in low. It's tied up in feet. It's firing. It's still outside the face-off circle. Fired in through bodies. Page ties up Galloway. Does well. It's through legs. And the Sharks get away with one there. Nervy stuff for the Sharks. Stars putting the pressure on, but Sharks come forward through Callum Boyd. He'll find Lewis Young on the near side. Young shoots across. Sharks can't quite get an edge on it, but they'll pick it up again through McBean. McBean can't quite find Boyd, and it's the Stars coming again up this near side. It's Emerson, goes round. Sharks do well just to force him wide. He loses an edge, but he finds his man. It's dumped in. Danskin clears it for the Sharks, but only as far as Preston, who tips it in behind the net. Second attempt, Danskin will get there. McBean will try and send it round the boards, but it's stopped off by Grigos, who fires hard. Fires hard, and it's a big kick save by Hepburn. Boyd for the Sharks, can't clear the zone again. It's deflected off of his own man. Beattie can't quite pick it up, but he'll get there at a second attempt. He's tied up well. The Stars are checking hard from the front, but it's the Sharks that come forward through Jonathan McBean, through neutral ice. Looks for the pass, that'll go for icing, unfortunately. You can see what he's trying there. He's looking for Callum Boyd.
Yeah, it's been a very aggressive forecheck from the Stars in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
James Moss in against Gordon Horn. James Moss has been winning loads of face-offs tonight, and he wins another one. Again, it's in on Hepburn. It bobbles a bit, but the Sharks manage to clear, and it'll be a foot race. No icing, waved off. Helens will get there first for the Stars. I think it may be deflected at centre ice off of Kieran here for the Sharks, but the Stars will come forward now at pace. Braden lays it off to Moss, plays it back to Braden, looks for the shooting lane, fires it right across the blue paint, misses the net, but it's a big shot, and the Stars have hit the post. Can't come much closer to scoring a goal than that, and the Sharks get away with one massively there. Kerr sends it round the boards for icing, and it's a foot race, and will Ross Murray get there first?
He's got no chance of beating Tommy Spraggan.
He was very close though. He was very close, and the sound inside this arena has just ramped up with "Let's Go Billingham" and Solway on their horns and chanting Solway. Jonathan McBean in for the Sharks, and he wins it. Finds his man. Oh, it's picked off well. It's a foot race now. It's Conley against Sykes. Sykes does well to round his man, and it's a goal! We have a 2-2 game. Chris Sykes, one-on-one with Ross Conley. Gets past his man and does well to divert high past Hepburn. Not much Hepburn could have done about that one. And Jono, once again with 7 minutes and 6 seconds to go in this second period, we have a tie game at 2 goals each.
Unbelievable from Chris Sykes. He intercepts the puck on his own blue line and he just blows by Connolly. Connolly tries to hang on to the back end of Chris Sykes, but he's big, he's strong, he carries it to the net, and he doesn't disappoint with a fantastic finish like you'd expect from a Christopher Sykes.
But with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go in this second period, Solway Sharks have the opportunity of the 2-man advantage. Of course, they converted on the 2-man advantage and the 1-man advantage 4 times out of the 5 opportunities last night. So can they get their first one here tonight on the power play? The face-off's actually won by Moss of the Stars, and they'll send it high the length of the ice. Bentham has to retreat and pick it up for the Sharks. Skates behind Hepburn's net. Sykes is out of position now. Bentham's coming at speed. Bentham will gain the zone. Put under pressure by Moss, but Bentham still has it. Bentham round the back of the net, can't get a shot on net. McBean has it for the Sharks. Bentham's there again, finds McBean. McBean finds Scott Henderson down low. Looks for his options. Scott Henderson finds Gapper. Gapper finds McBean down low, behind the net. Back to Gapper. Back to McBean. Patient from the Sharks on this power play. Kerr fakes a move. Gapper has his stick slashed out his hands. No call on the play. McBean for the Sharks. Back to Gapper, who's regained his stick. Gapper has it. Back to McBean. To Kerr on the point. Finds Bentham. Bentham settles down on the puck. Assesses his options. Looks in deep to Gapper. Finds Kerr. Kerr fires. Kerr fired through a lot of traffic there, but a lot of traffic either side of the net and not much to take Tom Brown's eyes away. Tom Brown deals with it no problem at all. And with 1 minute and 6 seconds to go on this Solway Sharks power play, and 1 minute and 6 seconds, on the second period, and 1 minute and 2 seconds on the power play. We are almost ready for period 3 action, the deciding period over 6 periods of ice hockey, and we are off. The face-off won by the Sharks. Scott Henderson wins it and finds Connor Henderson, who gains his own, but it's defended well by Grittans, who clears his own. Bentham picks it up for the Sharks in front of his own net and finds Stuart Kerr. Stuart Kerr plays it through the middle of the ice and finds Connor Henderson. Connor Henderson gains his own. Scott Henderson's heading towards the back door, but it goes all the way around the back of the net. Scott Henderson will pick it up, but it's tipped on its way by Grittans, and the Stars come forward now. Helens has it, looks for the pass, but Gapper's in centre ice. Gapper fires on net. Tom Brown catch a save and will hold on. He's given the opportunity to play it, probably too long, the opportunity to play it there, Jono, in all truth.
I think it probably was best just getting it played and getting it up the ice. A good couple of little moments for Tom Brown in these, I think. Obviously, he'll settle you down going to the third period. A couple of little sighters of the puck.
And it's Moss that wings at this time, but he's picked off by Callum Boyd for the Sharks. Boyd looks for his options. Boyd will go himself. Boyd flicks it high over the bar, just over and wide, but McBean sends it in deep to Lewis Young. He'll chase after it, but it'll be picked off by Spraggan, who can only poke it round the boards, and it's Boyd that has it to Young. Young's put under pressure by Spraggan, finds it on the point, fired on net. It's kicked out, and it can't quite be controlled. They'll send it the length of the ice. Hepburn will have to play it. He's put under pressure by Braden, and he plays it very cool as you like there by Callum Boyd. Plays the pass to his defenceman, and the Sharks will build. Puck stopped up as the pass went to Struan Toner, where the ice was a wee bit wet possibly there, just where the Zambonis came off about 5 minutes ago. But the Stars have it now. Play the pass through neutral ice to Finn Braden. It's picked off by the... No, it's not. It's flicked out. It hits the Sharks bench and will have a face-off inside the zone, I think. I've seen them pulled out, considering it was the Stars man that flicked it straight onto the bench, Jono.
Yeah, I think... Just watching there, I think Connor doesn't know whether to stick or twist with Finn Braden. I don't think he knows whether to go in on him and try and use that physical dominance.
Yeah,
or for the afraid of getting beat on the.
Yeah, because he's not going to catch him.
Catch him, and I think I've watched that over the past couple of periods, and I think it's something that both teams need to look at.
Stars have it in behind the Sharks net. They've got it in. Stars take the lead early in this third period. It's banked in off the back of Hepburn, I think. Hard to tell from this angle. The GoPros will have picked that one up, but it looks like it's been banked in off of Hepburn's back at his near post, and it's Billingham take a 3-2 lead in this third period. Advantage Billingham.
Jack Emerson, he's behind the goal line. He must have saw that Callum Hepburn just left something on his post, or he was just off his post, sorry. He's banked it in. It's gone in.
Scotty Henderson wins the draw for the Sharks, but it'll be picked off by Elder, who's bumped to the ground by Gapper. Bentham's after it, under pressure from Sykes, lays it off and behind his net, finds Kerr, who finds Gapper, back to Kerr. Kerr looks for the pass through the middle, it's picked off well by Grittans, who winds one up, fakes a shot, sends it on Hepburn, it's wide and it'll go clear the zone. Scotty Henderson for the Sharks coming forward now, and behind his own net, turns up. He's hit hard into the boards by Grittans. And the Sharks have it now through Kerr and deep, puts it on net. It's Connor Henderson for the Sharks. Connor Henderson shoots off the feet of Elder. It's in behind. Connor Henderson actually got an end of his own shot here under pressure from Grittans. Grittans steals the puck and finds Sykes and neutralised but can't control. Bentham turns it over and Monroe pick it up for the Stars. Scott Henderson goes to put a hit. Monroe stops up, misses the hit, dumps it in the zone. Kerr has it for the Sharks. He's bumped into the boards. Connor Henderson will pick it up, send it back to where it came from with Kerr, but he's under pressure. McBean catches it, drops it at his stick, comes forward at speed. We've seen McBean do this before. He's pushed off, manages to stay on his feet well. That's a slash, not be called, but McBean still has the puck, drops it back to Connor Henderson. Connor Henderson fires it. It's a good save by Brown there. James Moss skating in, grabbing McBean. McBean was there just for any spill-ups. Sharks have it through Toner. In his own zone, Toner settles it down, finds Beattie, who finds Toner. 30 seconds left in the man advantage for the Sharks. Beattie now coming at pace past both the benches and gains the zone. Beattie round it in behind the net now for the Sharks. Beattie still has it, almost back to the blue line, finds McBean. McBean assesses his options. Stars just solid in this box formation. Toner at the back door finds it, shoots it on Brown's net. Brown does enough to keep it out, but Boyd has it for the Sharks. Boyd rounds the net. Bellingham at it full strength. Toner down. Oh, Lewis Young down low, but misses a connection on it. There was a chance there. Fires it. It deflects behind. Boyd will get there first. Sends it on net. It's deflected, and Monroe will clear the length of the ice, and it will be a foot race, and it will be icing Beattie as the first man there. But we'll have a face-off inside the Bellingham defensive zone. Gordon Horn for the Sharks up against Moss. It's Horn that wins it. It's fired from the point, but it's wide from Beattie. Toner will keep it in at the blue line, sends it round the boards towards Murray. He'll just touch it round. Gordon Horn will work hard for it. It'll come to Beattie. Beattie sends it to Horn. Horn fires it low. Good kick save right into the danger zone, but there's not a Shark there to tip it in. And with 9 minutes 44 to go in this third period, it's the Stars with the advantage of 1 goal. And the Stars are coming forward now through Sykes. Sykes fires. Hepburn misses it. Sharks manage to clear the zone. Get lucky on that one there. Sometimes you need a little bit of luck, but the Stars will come forward now again through Elder. Elder, kick save by Toner wide. Kick save by Hepburn wide, and Toner picks it up, sorry. Beattie has it for the Sharks, plays it round the boards, and that's going to be a delay again by Kel Beattie.
That's just pressure.
Yeah.
Situation of the game, pressure.
He's tried to fire it round the boards. He's fired it straight out. And the Sharks are not helping themselves here. They're going to have to go on the penalty kill with 9 minutes 16 to go.
Yeah.
And the face-off's won by McBean. Finds Henderson, who finds Kerr. But Moss is working very hard, and Grittans does enough to clear Bentham and Sykes in a foot race now. Bentham gets there first, is bashed into the boards, but the Sharks have possession of the puck through Scott Henderson. Scott Henderson will come forward at speed through Moss's feet, but Moss does very well to intercept that one. Just skates the red, dumps it in, and Sykes will chase after this one.
McBean did very well as well to make sure he landed it or bumped into Sykes to make Sykes couldn't get away with it.
Yeah, he did. And it's Kerr now for the Sharks, finds Gapper. Gapper fires, big save by Brown. Gapper, but Grittan sends it round the boards and it bounces off a Gapper's bum, keeps it in the zone, finds Kerr on the point. Kerr finds Henderson, back to Kerr. Bentham will want it on the blue line. Bentham finds Johnny McBean. It will go back to Bentham. Big shot incoming. No. Finds Kerr on the far side. Kerr finds Bentham. Bentham touch. Finds McBean. McBean assesses his options. Gapper down low in behind the net. Finds McBean again. Gapper flashes it in front. Bounces off a Grittans. Bounces off a Brown. And Brown covers over. It'll be a face-off.
So I think Latin Group's just played his hand. We know what's going to be happening.
Yeah, they want the face-off inside and they want to get their goalie out of the net.
Stars are not taking their time out. Is that to keep your boys tired?
Possibly, yeah. But with 1 minute, 18 seconds to go, it could still go either way, but it is advantage Stars as they win the face-off. Gappa has it now. Gappa does well around his man. McBean. Gappa was in front, but he can't get a stick on it, and the Stars about clear it. And it's Braden. He's got a one-on-one opportunity here. This could kill the game. Galloway's there. Shoots. Hepburn saves. Hepburn saved again. It's a fantastic double save by Callum Hepburn with 59 seconds left on the clock.
He has just kept the Solway Sharks in this game for 59 more seconds. As if it's come down to this, Owen.
I know. It's crazy that it's came down to a final minute. 120 minutes of hockey and we're down to this final one. Kel Beattie at speed for the Sharks. Loses control of the puck. That's easy for the Stars. They'll be happy with that one and clear the zone.
Too many men.
Hepburn has left the net. Gappa has it. Finds Connor Henderson. Scott Henderson wide! Oh my goodness, what an opportunity for the Sharks. Gappa now finds McBean in front. McBean can't control. 30 seconds to go. Kerr has it. It's a goal! It's a goal! Stuart Kerr from the point gives Sharks a tie game with only 27 seconds left on the clock. Unbelievable, Jeff!
Terrible. It was for 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 seconds. There was 6 players on the ice. You've got to call that.
We had the goalie out. The goalie was gone. Hepburn was gone. Hepburn was gone, Jono.
He was still on the ice.
Hepburn was gone, and with 27 seconds to go in this game, it is Solway Sharks 3, Billingham Stars 3. Unbelievable ending here at the Forum. Solway Sharks with a never give up attitude. Oh my goodness, you do not believe what you are seeing here.
I'm sorry, but that too many men has to be called.
Moss wins the face-off. Sharks clear the zone. Big hit on Galloway from Bentham. Beattie will fire it round the boards. It'll stay in the zone. Sharks clear it now. Gappa will get there first with 10 seconds to go. Gappa back to Henderson. It's in front. It's saved. Fantastic save by Tom Brown. What an opportunity the Sharks had there with only 5 seconds left to go on the clock. And Jono, we are getting bonus hockey the way this is going.
Yeah, I think both netminders have done their teams very proud in the last minute there.
For the Sharks, it's looking like it's going to be Scott Henderson, Peter Gappa and Stuart Kerr. For the Stars, it is Roland Grittans, James Moss and Chris Sykes, of course, backed up by Callum Hepburn and Tom Brown. We are ready for 3-on-3 overtime action here at the Forum. And we are live. Scott Henderson wins the face-off for the Sharks, plays it back towards Kerr. He'll skate back towards his own net and settle things down. For the Sharks, Kerr will come forward now. For the Sharks, Kerr has it, gains his own. Kerr skated the length of the ice. Kerr shoots, great save by Tom Brown. Moss looks for an option, finds Sykes, but the Sharks are backstopped well. Can't go forward, has to go back the way. Gappa. Scott Henderson does well, bumps his man against the boards, and Sharks will regain possession through Kerr, but it's blocked by Grittans. Grittans one-on-one with Hepburn. Good defence by Kerr there.
He's called hooking all night long.
Grittans still has it behind the Sharks' goal. Down low, plays it in front. The Sharks will come forward through Scott Henderson. Scott Henderson just stops back. Sets a play, Stars head for a change. Sharks head for a change. We've got Jonathan McBean, we've got Richard Bentham for the Sharks. It's Finn Braden, it's Shug Galloway. It's a young line for the Stars, but it's Bentham through centre ice. Bentham rounds his man, fires well wide. And it's Gordon Horn for the Sharks. His swap with Scott Henderson, playing as a defenceman, picks it up for the Sharks, finds Bentham. 3 minutes 48 to go in this period of overtime hockey. Will it be one here, or Jono, do we go to penalty shots?
Well, everything else is gone.
Everything else has gone the distance.
Everything else has gone the distance.
Sharks are just happy to settle it down in their own zone. Sharks come forward through Richard Bentham. Richard Bentham gains the zone. Rounds Elder. Turns back. Finds Gordon Horn. Gordon Horn turns. Spraggan does well to control the puck, does Gordon Horn. Skates in close, finds Jonathan McBean. Walks it, comes out of the zone. Sharks are going to have to retreat, but Bentham has it. Bentham to McBean. McBean finds Horn. Horn for the Sharks. Sharks just being patient, keeping the puck. 3 minutes to play. Gordon Horn still has it for the Sharks. He's put under pressure by Elder, and the Stars do well to clear, but McBean will pick it up, and McBean will come fast through the middle. Round Spraggan fires. What a save! Tom Brown, and the butterfly throws a catcher at it, plucks it out the air, and we will have a face-off in the Stars' defensive zone as the Sharks head back to their original first line.
A great flash of the weather of the ladder.
Fantastic save. And it's Scott Henderson in against Moss. It's won by Moss. He's tied up. There's a whistle from one of the officials, so we'll go again on that one. Scott Henderson, Peter Gappa, Kel Beattie on the ice for the Sharks. Moss, Grittans and Sykes for the Stars. One warning on the face-off to the Billingham Stars, and it's won again by Moss. He's been fantastic in the circle all night. Grittans has it. Turns behind his nets. It looks to set a play. Grittans now just through neutral ice, still in his defensive zone, stops back again. 2.5 minutes, we're halfway through this overtime already. Grittans has it, stops up behind his own net, finds Sykes with a pass. Sykes will gain neutral ice, stretches it towards Moss, who gains the zone. He's forced out by Scott Henderson. It's tied up in so many feet of the officials there. Sharks could have had an opportunity to be away, but they don't get it, and Hepburn will cover that one there for a face-off in the zone. Kel Beattie, don't leave your stick in on my goalie, sir, as Moss just dangles his stick towards Hepburn as he covered it with his catcher. The comments are coming in of how nervous it is. It's nervy in here. The fans, you can tell they've just kind of quietened down a wee bit. It's very nervy. Very nervy in the building, and it's the Stars that win the face-off through Braden. Does well. Still has possession of the puck. It's Spraggan now. Spraggan can't find a passing lane. He's under pressure from Galloway. 2 minutes to play on overtime, as you hear from the arena announcer Craig. It's flashed around the wards. Boyd up against Galloway. Boyd steals it for the Sharks, and the Sharks will come forward through McBean. Boyd came into the zone early, and it's offside. 1 minute 43 left in this bonus hockey period. The score's tied at 3 goals each. Next goal, the winner. And a few of the comments saying, John, it's a shame that one of the teams have got to lose this one tonight. Yeah, and it definitely is.
Yeah, it's been unbelievable. And it could be that horrible penalty shootout way, and it's nowhere to lose again. No team deserves to lose. But we've still got over a minute and a half to go here in overtime, which again is still a bit of a sucker punch when the teams have played so well. Yeah, the face-off was won by the Sharks, and they have possession with Bentham behind his own net. Bentham skates forward now, finds Scott Henderson. Scott Henderson, opportunity, fires, saved by Brown. Big deflection into open ice, but Elder's there to tidy things up, and all he can do is clear it the length of the ice into the neutral ice. Bentham has it for the Sharks under pressure from Elder. Stops back behind his own net, plays it round the boards towards Gappa, who helps it on its way to Henderson. Back to Gappa. Sharks have an opportunity, 2-on-2 here. Gappa shoots wide from Gappa, and it'll be Spraggan will get there first before Scott Henderson, helped out by Wilkinson, and Spraggan comes forward now, 1-on-1 with Bentham. Spraggan through Bentham's legs. Hepburn will come out and play that one. Spraggan goes down to the ice. Bentham throws a hand as if to say it's a dive. Emerson's hand stayed down by his hips, and we will have a face-off with 50 seconds left to go in this overtime period. Watch for Mossy here. He likes to shoot sometimes from the face-off.
Right, okay. It's James Moss in against Gordon Horn. Gordon Horn does well for the Sharks, wins it. McBean finds Kerr behind his net. Kerr stops back. He's under pressure from Sykes, but Kerr again turns, loses Sykes. Loses the puck for a second, but gains possession. Finds McBean on the stretch pass. Good defensive cover by Tommy Spraggan there of the Stars. Finds Sykes in neutral ice and lays it back to Moss. Moss fights Scott Henderson. That's going to be a tripping call on Scott Henderson
How
with
can you
25
argue
seconds
He
left
argues
to
a
go.
lot, doesn't he, Mr. McLean? He argues a lot of calls.
25 seconds left to go. Stars have an opportunity here with a 4-on-3. Timeout, Stars.
Yep.
Going to build a play on this one. Unbelievable, folks. 25 seconds left to play, and it all comes down to this. Can the Sharks win the face-off and clear the ice? And if the Sharks clear it, you're probably looking at it as being pretty close to time up, Jono.
Yeah, there's about, 25 seconds?
25 seconds left to play.
Left to go.
And of course, a fantastic opportunity for the Stars, who I'm
Yeah,
sure will
they've got to
throw
win
an
the draw.
absolute power line onto this 4-on-3 advantage. I imagine Grittans will be on there. I imagine Braden will be on there. I imagine Sykes will be on there. Elder, Moss, maybe. It is. It's Moss, it's Grittans, it's Braden, it's Sykes. Moss being in the face-off circle gives you the opportunity to win every time. Sykes is almost playing as a D-man of the 4 there. He's just skated into the circle now. It's won by Moss, and it'll clear the zone. 20 seconds left to play. One more attack from the Stars. Grittans gains the zone. Very patient with it. Finds Moss on the point, back to Grittans. Flashes it right across towards Braden. Can't control, but he has possession on the blue. Finds Moss, back to Braden. Fires it straight off of Kel Beattie. Deflects high, and it's 3 seconds left to go. Jono, I think we are going to penalty shots
I think so, and
to decide the winner of this NIHL North.
It's not going to be a nice way to finish the game, I don't think.
Penalty shots, penalty kicks, whether it's football, whether it's any sport, is never a nice way to win a cup final for the losing team. But for the winning team, of course, it will be the best success ever. Stars win it. It's shot. Oh, it's wide, and that will do us. Ladies and gentlemen, we have penalty shots. After 125 minutes of hockey, we have penalty shots to decide the winner of this cup. Who would have believed at 8 o'clock last night when we dropped the puck in Dumfries, it would all come down to this, Jono?
Just can't separate the teams. I've said it for 2 days. You just cannot separate these guys. These guys are giving us absolutely everything. Everything. Is it 3 shooters?
Best of 5.
Best of 5.
Best of 5 for the shootout. Callum Boyd first for the Sharks, up against Tom Brown. Linesman ready. Boyd ready. Whistle goes. Brown's aggressive out his net. Boyd skates in. Boyd fires. Pulls a move. Goal! Callum Boyd! Advantage Solway Sharks. 1-0 Callum Boyd with a fantastic finish. Number 33, Finn Braden, steps up for the Billingham Stars. Can he replicate what Boyd has just done for the Sharks? Braden steps up, gains the pocket, centre ice, wheels out wide, comes in. Hepburn stands tall. Hepburn throws a move. Saved by Hepburn! Denied by the great wall of Callum Hepburn! Solway Sharks 1, Billingham Stars 0 after 1 round of penalty shots, and it's Peter Gappa up next for the Sharks. Gappa comes forward now, collects the pocket, centre ice, goes out wide. He's almost touching the Stars bench. Skates in, fires, moves just wide. Gappa misses wide. Tried to throw Brown, but Brown does incredibly well. Keeps his pads on the ice, forces Gappa wide. And can the Stars make this 1-1? It will be Roland's Grittans, 26 for the Stars. Skates up to centre ice, comes fast. Picks up the puck. Oh, he's lost off the end of his stick there at Bobble, throws a move. Saved again by Hepburn. The great wall of Hepburn stands tall again and denies Grittans. Solway Sharks 1 up after 2 rounds of shots each. And Jonathan McBean to shoot for the Sharks. Johnny McBean collects the pocket, centre ice, crosses the blue line, comes in. Fires, moves, oh, fantastic by Brown. Great move by Brown, done enough. McBean thought he had him beat, he rounded the goalie, but he couldn't convert it by the post. It will be number 15, Chris Sykes, for the Stars. Sykes collects the pocket centre ice, comes forward now, crosses the blue. Hepburn stands tall. It's hit the post and not went in. I was looking for the light. I wasn't sure if the net was going to ripple behind Hepburn. But after 3 shots, it's still Solway Sharks with a 1-goal advantage. Shooting next for the Sharks. It looks to me like number 19, Richard Bentham. Bentham collects the pocket centre ice. He comes forward at speed. Bentham fires. Goal! Richard Bentham gives Sharks a 2-goal lead. Bentham thinks he's won it for the Sharks. There's still one more shot.
That's 2-1, isn't it?
2-0, 2-0, 2-0 after 4.
So that's it.
No, the Stars need to score this one. If the Stars fail to score, Solway Sharks will be NIHL North Cup champions. It's down to the captain, Mikey Elder, to convert up against Callum Hepburn. Elder skates forward from his own defensive zone, picks the puck up at centre ice. Hepburn aggressive out of his net. Elder slowly moving in, fires. Saved by Callum Hepburn! Saved by Hepburn! And Solway Sharks are NIHL North Cup champions! Yes, you beauty! Jono, so sorry. What a game of ice hockey that was.
Congratulations to the Solway Sharks. They are now your Morley North One Cup champions, and they book their place in Coventry to go in the North-South final against Streatham Redhawks. It's a repeat of last year. Can the Sharks do the double? We'll find out as we bring you coverage from Coventry. Make sure you're there and you tune in, and you're with us next time we drop the puck.
Sprakes and Sons sponsor Drop the Puck.